for the 2025 season.
And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Bears,
And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. And if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Receiver in motion, headed left. On third down, it's Williams. He'll try to run for it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
I don't care how long you've been playing or how good of a player you are, Mike. It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go your way, and you're going to have a bad game. The key, though, is can you prevent that one bad performance from turning into two? And that's certainly the case here today. It's going to take a significantly better performance out of him at the quarterback position if they want to avoid another loss. A big part of that is, can he mentally bounce back from last week, put it behind him, and come out and play to his level of football?
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Motion man is the tight end going right. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Montez Sweat that time fights his way in to record the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Working out of the gun, Smith going up top. That is brought in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his third touchdown on the year. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
Next to score, Raiders 7, Bears
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Going for it all. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Off he goes. A second effort, and he is in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. On the bootleg, it's Smith. That one caught by Tucker. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's complete to the rookie's second-round pick. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll let this go downfield for Mayer. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Torrey Taylor now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. 3rd and 5. Now Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Here's A.J. Cole now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. That's fielded at about the 18. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake, and no chance at all. He'll go down. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll go play action here with Williams. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Williams. And that'll be batted down. DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw it again, it's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Moving the tight end right. Williams to the air once more. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Man in motion, heading left. A play fake. Now Williams. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. On the bootleg, it's Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now give on the ground, and he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. That's Azeez Ojulari in on the tackle. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
They'll stay on the ground. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll go right and find his running back. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down. Here's Gino. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. From the pistol, Smith. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Half yard, that's all they need on this third and goal. Slot man in motion left. And he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Ties the game at 14.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Williams now to throw. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Tight end on the move left. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 3rd and 6. They send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Williams. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Smith to throw on 1st down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 2nd down, Smith. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and long. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Raiders. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That complete to Swift. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we'll take a breath. We're at the half, and it has been an intriguing game to this point. And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. To throw, Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. We'll go with the draw play here on 2nd down. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. 1st down as they do it on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll get this out wide, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Las Vegas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. That's to the tight end, Komet. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Williams to the air once more. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this out to Swift. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, Williams. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
Duvernay with the grab. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Moore going in motion. On third down, it's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Kmet. And he's into the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Laube now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. 3rd and a yard. On play action, Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The home team's offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd and 7.
At the Raiders' 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Bears 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. A play fake. Now Williams. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That complete to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And he's going nowhere on this one, met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will cut into that lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Smith now. Now he'll run. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Smith. Quick throw taken in. Can't fault the effort. He got half a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he will score. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get?
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll go play action. It's Smith. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught left side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 21-yard line.
Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. 3rd and 5. To throw is Williams. Now a screen set up for Johnson.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 7. Play action now. It's Gino. He'll let one go down the middle.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Here's Williams. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. On 3rd down, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Bears' 1st down. As this defense a little too loose there, giving up 19 yards on 4th down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Williams to the air once more. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. Then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Bears 1st down.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate. Work with your quarterback. Go.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
To the ground, a first down run. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. They look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.